So we are back for part 2. Sky had to take off and hang out with his family and everything, but now it is just Cognito and I, your 2 co-hosts, hanging out, talking about everything that is Beyond Light and Season of the Hunt. We were off last week, so we've got a lot to talk about. So I have no idea how long this part of the podcast is going to be, but we got a lot of things to cover. And yeah, Cognito, man, how have you been? How has Cognito been treating you? I know we had console launches, so you're a little away, but you've been neck deep in it, like 36 hour straight, like chunks at a time. So how you feeling? What is everybody doing?
Yeah, like it felt so good finding the last 3 days to really grind. You know, the first week, like you said, 2 consoles are out. Didn't get a chance to play at all because I actually policed myself. I said, if I start Destiny, I have literally $1,000 worth of hardware in my living room that I'm not going to play. And that's not going to happen. So I need to have some discipline, not launch Destiny, play everything else, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, the games. And then right around Monday, I'm like, okay, I got to get going, right? This is, you know, I want to do Raids for Worlds first. And I think the only thing I snuck in the first week was, I ain't gonna lie, was that the exploit or the shout out to that lost sector and the EDZ. Shout out to the EDZ.
Get to that soft cap real fast, 1200.
Got to that 1220 kind of smooth. I was like, yo, I don't got much time, so let me at least log in for this. So shout out to those that put me on to that. But yeah, after that I didn't touch it. Then Monday I went back. But yeah, this is what it's been, man. I've been doing the campaign, rocking out. Narratively, let me just get some things out the way.
Yeah, it's like just unload. Here we go.
Let's go. Narratively, they're in a good place. They are doing some things that are truly amazing. When we talked about Europa, you know, things with the stranger, learning so much about Elsie, you know, and just everything with the fallen and leading up to Aramis and stuff like that, I thought was very well done. You know, I really enjoyed the campaign. I really did. I felt like I got a lot of backstory on fallen Elixir culture and stuff like that. We all knew Aramis was going to be about it there, but for the most part, thought that was cool. And then leading into, you know, where we are now, which is the hunt, and I didn't know how dire the situation was with my man, with the guard. The guard Osiris he's in dire trouble. I thought it was. Okay, put it this way. When you sent me the thing and you was teasing me and you said what Bife had said, like, you know, you guys got to stop complaining that Osiris got slapped and stuff like that. Yes, I was one of those guys that wasn't feeling that. After now doing that story and then reading the lore, have you read the lore?
I haven't yet. I need to.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I've seen people crying, so I know what happened, but I haven't read it all.
So you're
yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, so first off, yeah, there would be a reason why he could be in that state weakened and slapped by anything running around him for him to do what he did. So basically, the long and short of it is this. Obviously, when you start that mission, which is amazing, you hear Glint and you're like, yo, who's Glint? I thought if there's going to be, it's supposed to be Pulled pork. I'm like, what the hell is Glint? Okay, cool. You get down there. They like go to the moon. Osiris is in trouble. Okay, cool. Then you hear Sagira is dead. What?
That's insane.
What? So my man could catch the final death. Like, no. So I'm like, oh, this is spooky, right?
Yeah.
To go to wait till you get to Dark Future Law. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, this might be a Cade situation if we don't get down there. So you get down there. Now, here's the thing. You do the same, then we get to the cutscene that we see, and then obviously Uldren comes out, fire, and then the Uldren thing is amazing. In the sense of what Spider did. Spider is just, he's a snake.
Yeah.
I saw him wandering around the shore and I didn't tell him who he was. And I modified his ghost. And if he dare step off the table.
Trapped his ghost or whatever.
Bro.
Somebody actually, I forget where. It's either in Discord or one of my, probably haven't been streaming because my internet sucks. No, it was somebody said, like, why is it Glint and not pulled pork?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know. I don't know if it was somebody like made it up or there was a reason, but it was like Glint. Like, I don't know if it was Spider. Spider always wants a ghost. He's like rotating him as like a little thing in his hand. So it's like the glint in his eye. Somebody, I don't know if that's like a common theory or somebody said it or wherever I saw that, but it was like why it's called glint is like it's kind of the like spark in his eye or like, you know, the that thing that he like really desires, and it's like that glint, that little like stardust, like And I was like, that would actually make sense. As he kind of like modified and had the ghost and may have, given it a name or whatever, but Glint. It was like somebody said that. It was like, if it's not true, that's probably one of the best things that makes sense for me. So I'm going to roll with that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I think, again, narrative wise, I just want to talk about narrative first. And now that we got so much to talk about the game, but, the thing, again, after I didn't realize how serious it was. So I got to take back my upsetness about when I first saw the reveal. But when you read that lore, I think it's called Immolant or something like that.
Yeah.
The one with Sagira as an outline image. Read that. It is powerful stuff. So basically what has happened, and the long and short of it is, when the planets start disappearing, stuff like that, Osiris does go to Zavala. They are communing. Zavala's like, yo, I'm not sending you no help for this threat you think you see, you think is going on in the moon. We got Europa to handle. These are where the resources are going. So Osiris is like, okay, fine. He goes to, 2 drink men. Yeah, that's what's up. So he goes to the moon or whatever. And come to find out, like I said, there's even a rafting. They start hearing things, the supplicant, all this stuff's going on. They venture down. Sagira's like, I don't know if we should do this. You're solo. You're already weakened from moving around. Yep. I don't know if this is a good idea for him. He still goes. He's like, look, we're not getting no help. He gets so deeper down into the moon where he has the supplicant. We have Crota's children all in one area. So Osiris is like, look, I could get them all out right now. This is the opportunity. And Zakira's like, I don't know. Like, it's risky. We should call the Vanguard. He's like, look, I'm going to take this shot right now. Now, here's the cool part. That's the part they don't talk about. That see everybody laughing at my man, but it's the cool part of the lore. You realize Osiris uses more than just Dawnblade. He used Dawnblade, Nova Bomb, Chaos Reach. So he's killing Mad Hive, Mad Crota's children, all this other stuff. He's almost at his goal. But then this, I think they call it the supplicant or something. Whatever this thing of Zevra is crazy powerful. And then that's when they get a hold of my man. And all of it stops. So, yeah, then basically he's in trouble. He's bound. And now he's about to get his light sucked out of him, right?
Yeah.
So Sagira then is like, look, both of them are like, look, we're not going to make this, right? So in one of the coolest moments, he goes, look, tell Saint, like bro stuff. Like there's a couple of moments like this where they actually do the stuff that me and you complained about with this the bromance that should have been talked about more. Because it happens during the mission too, when Osiris thought he was going to die, the Guardian saves him, and he's like, hey, tell Saint this, and then Argo says, no, you tell him yourself, because we're going to save you. You know what I'm saying? But in the lore, it's kind of a moment between Sagira and Osiris, and basically, it's like one of us not going to make it live. So then, in like Matrix-like Transformers fashion, Sagira kind of does we got to touch, and just I don't know if she the way I read it. I could be wrong. It felt like she did some move where I don't know if it's a sacrificial kind of move to eliminate the hive or whatever that was going on for him to help him escape, but at the expense of her own life.
So, I mean, having not read it at all, my only comparison would be what the Traveler did to Gaul.
Yes.
Something along, if you're saying it's like she sacrificed herself, she used the power of the light that was inside of her to defeat what was in front of her, but at the sacrificial nature of herself. But it took that. The Traveler was bigger and had enough and shattered, but was still kind of there and wounded and slowly built itself back up, which it looks real smooth, by the way, now. That's what it sounds like. She sacrificed the power of the light from the Traveler that was within her to save him. What it sounds like.
And it was the way it's so well written. It's done. Shout out to Durad. He my man. Yeah, he tripled that. See, you read the lore. Now I feel good about it. I'm like, no, he went out and he's crazy weakened. I'm good with this. But yeah, Sagira. But I'm gonna be real with you, E. Can I say something? Then I'll give it right back to you after all this lore stuff.
Sure.
I think this is a creative way for Bungie to say, look, because let's be real, Osiris been back for a while. We haven't heard the Sagira voice actress for a long time. My inside baseball theory is that she's either too busy, because you know how it is sometimes with these Bungie actors, voice actors and voice actresses.
Yeah, it was the girl from Deadpool.
Yeah, she's probably got a lot of stuff going on. She can't, so they like, look, we got to wipe his ghost out. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, it adds depth to the story, and it makes him now vulnerable. He can get the final death now. And last question I got to ask you, does Satan don't have a ghost no more either, right?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I don't know if he ever like pulls the ghost out, but if he's still a guardian doing what he does, I would imagine he does, but I don't know of a reference to it.
I don't know. Because I want to say that there's 3 now ghost lists. Eris, him now, Osiris, and I was going to say Saint. But anyway, that's where I'm at with the narrative. I know you wanted to let you go into about what you've been feeling about the game, and I know we got gameplay to discuss. So I want to talk about quality of life things, but I just wanted to get that lore stuff off because I read that all the way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, first thing, they're doing a much better job at storytelling. Now, sadly, Aramis was exactly what we expected. She was the campaign boss. Now, I will say the campaign was longer than I expected with the missions, kind of the way they handled some of that. But I will say the first thing that started right, the storyboarding, when I booted up the game,
bro, I thought about you.
Lost my mind. I was like, thank you.
Yes.
That was probably one of my happiest moments to see them do that type of storytelling, because we just got done playing Ghost of Tsushima that did that stuff very well, kind of explaining the demons. And they did that in this, and I was so excited about it, because you can't always afford to do cinematics for certain things. But if they want to tell the story in the game, is a great way to do it. Bro. And that was like, you got to see the Fallen without their masks on, and you get to see their faces and the 4 eyes and everything. And I was like, the way they went through and explained some of that stuff was so good. So that was like, that was literally where it started for me. I was like, well, that's already a win. So cool. And then for me, it was a lot of Europa, Beyond Light, the Stranger, going through the story, kind of understanding what is going on. And you have what you're talking about with Osiris is like your big win, but it's like, I mean, I bought the damn Stranger statue, and we are getting more information about her history, how screwed up Clovis is, her relationship with her sister, which you, spoiler alert, by the way, for everything, in case that's not clear. You get to see them two in the same place. You actually get to see them next to each other, and Anna can't take it.
Yeah.
She is not too thrilled as to why. It's like, now Elsie is theoretic. Now, if I've gotten my story somewhat right, the Stranger is the Stranger from another timeline, not ours.
Yes.
So, like, she knows Elsie, but it's not the same one. So somehow there's another timeline. Clovis did the same crap that he did before, but it's a different version. And she's seen, Anna go down a dark path and the darkness consume a lot of people. And like, she's seen some stuff, to say the least. And like, I thought that was a cool way to be like, hey, here's a lost sector. Then you have the lore that she goes into. Like, if you're going to put lost sectors in campaign, they could not have done it in any of a better way.
Bro,
like, you work through, you get to see each of the lost sectors. You kind of get to figure out where they are. But then the best part was you just get to turn around and then you get the story, like, talking at the end. And then it's like, hey, I got this stuff. Then go back and then you get more. Like, whoever did all the dialogue for Elsie did a great job.
She is fantastic as a voice actress.
Yeah.
Like, she's carrying a lot of this weight of this story. And I'm glad you mentioned, because I completely forgot to not talk about that, which was weird. But yeah, those moments, every time I go into the Bray Research Facility, I look forward to that. You get an aspect or whatever it is. Like, it's just, continue. Well done.
Yeah. So, I mean, my big focus has been her, because I think she's going to be the through line. Because sadly, we had Drifter and Eris hang out by the little, campsite for a little while. And then when you finish the campaign, they bail.
Yeah.
So our, like, Shadow, Vanguard, other 3 Drifter's back in the tower. And I don't know, Eris is probably back on the moon camping out there. Like, they were out there for a bit doing her little ball roll cinematic, which is fantastic. She's a beast. Eris,
she's a beast.
I love seeing Eris, like, be awesome and fight. And then Elsie just comes in, Shadow jumping, freezing, everything. She's sick. Like,
sick.
I want her on my team, but
she's sick.
But yeah, it's like, so then unfortunately it's like you get to see everybody go back where they were. And I was like, that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
I kind of figured they might be camping out there and there might be more to it, but maybe that's stuff that develops later. I guess we'll
shout
just
out
have
to them
see.
Snooping on everybody with that radio, but continue.
Oh, the radio?
Yeah, shout out to that.
Oh, I went like every time there was a campaign step, like I got back to her and she's like, oh, what about this? And I talked to her, talked to him, listened to the radio. Every time I was trying to get like the full loop.
Absolutely.
We figured out what the weird dramatic rotating TARS ship was from Interstellar thing. That's our like darkness interaction.
Yes.
And I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on the ghost. Like the way the ghost was torn. I don't know if you've played enough where your post campaign where it actually apologizes to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like the journey that your ghost goes through in this thing is quite a journey of like, I don't know. Zavala is still in denial, which is we're not going to use the darkness anymore, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he told me. He goes, effective immediately. Your guardians are not allowed. I'm like, I ain't giving this up. You bugging out of here. You out of your mind, Zavala. Continue.
Yeah, I was like, that one cracked me up. But no, just like the journey that the ghost went on through this one. Shout out to Nolan North, of course.
Oh, amazing performance. Can we, before we get to that, because I know you're about to go in.
You going to go into the fun part?
Bro, can you shout him out for the Drifter invitation? This is why, bro. This is why. Like, listen, I don't know if there's anybody, I don't see Dizzy in the chat. All you Dinglebot, this is why he's the greatest. The range that he has. Now, yes, does he come off whiny sometimes? But he apologized. And you have a moment like that mission where he's like, I'm going to do my drifting. Come on, brother.
Come on, brother. It was, that was so good. Like, so good. That was one of the most unexpected things during, like, there was a lot of, that was one of the more, like, I was surprised they went there, I guess.
Yes.
Because normally they're, like, kind of serious with the tone, certain things. There's not as much humor without Cade.
I agree.
But it's as, Nolan North did, like, finish up the Cade rap, but it was like, that was the tease at the fun that was nice to see. That was a very hilarious way to end that one. I was like, I was pleased with how that one ended.
Nolan, man. He killed that. He killed that. But yeah, you were saying in reference to the ghost, what else you was going to say?
Oh, I think that was mostly it. Just like the journey, because I didn't even expect it later, because you go through and the ghost is like, oh, I don't know. It's like in the darkness stuff. I don't know if I trust us. And you go through the campaign. It was just like a random time that I think I drove down in the Nexus later. And I think it just kind of happens in there sometimes. And it was just like, the ghost apologized straight up to you. It's like, I'm with you, light, dark, it doesn't matter. I'm with you. And that was... I don't know what that does for lore if our ghost, because we have Elsie that has her fish thing. And again, they teased at some point that we may or may not ever get one of those things.
Right.
Because I know Luke said it's like, you won't get one for a while. And I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
One of those things. But generally it was, when the ghost actually finally kind of came to acceptance of like light or dark, they're with you. And I don't know if the ghost isn't very effective with dark because it's from the light. So I'm not sure if it's just like, I'm here for the journey. What's up?
Right.
So I'm just kind of curious to see how that plays out. If in the Witch Queen, if we do get a second subclass and we have to embrace more Hive darkness stuff this time or so, however it goes down.
Right.
I'm very curious to see how that relationship with our ghost progresses. But I think they handled it. It was amazing this time through. I really enjoyed that part.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah. Again, great job. I didn't expect that. I thought that, it was going to be played it straight and narrow. It's evil. Don't touch it. But, and as it went on, he's just like, look, like you said, I'm riding with you. We've been on this journey together. I trust you. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a cool moment. And to me, it's just world building to what we eventually, I think we'll get to. What is it? Lightfall or whatever.
Yep.
And this is where we're going. And we got to touch Stasis. We got to get straight into it. And look, I obviously messing around with. I didn't know what to expect. And it was a bit of getting my bearings about how the powers work and stuff like that. As you go get the fragments or whatever it is.
Aspects and fragments are later.
Yep, the aspects and stuff like that. So for me, I was really impressed with it. I was just like, let's talk about PV. This is transformative stuff. Like, jumping in the air, Warlock shooting that thing. I got my freeze thing. And then
you got the OP class to start.
Yeah, Warlock is OP. I can't even.
You got
to tell me how to Titan is. I just know I was just like, this is ridiculous.
My Titan misses its melee so I want to censor myself beep much. It is my Titan punch is it's I'm getting better at the timing, but I still miss a lot. There's a lot, and yours is you just shoot something and they freeze.
And
I
they
have
freeze.
to I have to hold it, kind of release before I get there for it to finish. Otherwise, I go the wrong direction, or I pass it, or I'm too short. Yours just goes.
Yeah, it just goes. And then, I mean, obviously we got the nerf that happened a little bit today, but it almost is like, what the cool thing about it is, one thing why we Warlocks love Top Tree Dawnblade is the projectile melee. Also,
Yeah,
I believe
it's another one.
Yeah, also Middle Tree, Chaos Reach.
Yep.
Like, there's something fun about having a melee, you know what I'm saying, that's
Yeah.
projectile. And that thing is really beastly. Obviously, I got the other aspects and stuff for the other grenades, the cold snap, the other stuff too. It's really powerful, man. And I'm starting to get into the flow. And even the super itself frees them, one to freeze and then one to kind of poof.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the radius of the poof
massive.
is massive. So you could freeze someone, whatever, go around. So I was doing that. I really enjoyed that. I will say quality of life stuff, there were some things that really stood out to me. One, as a person who specs all the damn time, having all the damn grenade launcher, heavy, arc, void, done. Having all the mods.
Oh, yeah. There's certain ones that are solar arc and void still, but like doesn't matter which one I can do. Machine gun, sword, grenade launcher, and pick. That should have been from the start, and we all screamed that from the rafters. Like, it's been, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. The scavenger perks, all that stuff. Then they did all the tweaks. And what I like, though, there's a little one that I don't see many people talk about. I like the minor intellect, minor resilience, the 2 point.
The 5s. Yeah.
So you can now spec, really deep spec, and not waste everything. I love the 5s. Those are an amazing addition. We all know anti-barrier. Oh my God. Overload.
Armor.
Bro,
they're all on the arms, though.
Yes, all on the arms. All on the arms. That was an interesting choice. So just busted that out. And bust out Iriana's vow, got unstoppable on it with the thing.
Somebody said in my chat, do they actually stack?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like somebody said they don't.
They don't stack? Okay, I got to test it because I haven't faced it unstoppable yet.
Yeah, it's like I haven't done much champion stuff.
Yeah, I just like the fact that exotics can come into play. You know what I'm saying? Once again.
So much. Yeah.
Yeah. Artifact. Okay. Better. At least they got rid of the middle annoying.
Yeah, the first 3 columns are all like weapon related. There's like reloads, dexterity, but that honestly just tells me they don't know what to put there.
Yes.
If you look at the artifact, the first one is your barriers. Those 2 columns now are like, they're just all weapons, reloads, dexterity for just a little cheaper. And I'm just like, that's not anything exciting. It's like, it's just filler to get to the last 2 functional columns.
Yeah, we know what that is. But I mean, like I said, I like that aspect with the builds. Before I know I'll let you touch weapons, but what I wanted to touch though, what I thought is really cool, and I want to know how you feel about it, was I am a huge fan of the exotic acquiring change. And as far as the lost sectors solo.
Yep.
I was like, he's gotta love, because I think that's cool. Like,
I think it's fantastic. I haven't done them yet, but I think it's fantastic. That gives
I'm gonna check mine tonight. Yes.
Yeah, the fact that the armor has to come from there, it makes you earn it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Like, make people earn the, like, now, soloing the Lost Sector at 1250. You can max out at 1250. You're the right level. You just got to figure out the champions. And once I get there, I'll probably do a guide over those. There won't be too big of a deal. But the fact that it's like, I don't know, like some people may hate the idea that it's a solo thing, but there's a lot of people who probably do play solo. And it's that thing that says if solo, and there's probably somebody in the back of their head that's gone, huh. And it's going to change the way some people think and have to go about it. But it's also a bit more of an accomplishment because, like, if you got that exotic, guess what? You earned it. You actually had to do something to earn it, as opposed to I log in. Here's my duality.
Here you go. I think that's a very underrated change, and I love it. I want more of that. I like that it's targeted to it. It gave I think it's the evolution of what lost sectors should be, right? You know, in the beginning they were kind of feeling their way, and then they got a little better. Then they got more expansive as we got the Shadow Keep and stuff like that. I think lost sectors are getting to that point. But when I heard about this, and that these joints are powerful, and then you have to solo it, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking for it. I think today is the necrotic grip. I got to get in there because I need that. Oh, I'll need that for my warlock with the thorn, and I need that.
I've seen that combination. That looks ridiculous.
And they letting us go. So yeah, that's all I want to say with that. I know we'll get to the other things that we don't like, but I just want to focus on the things I like. I do like that. I feel I like a lot of the new, not a lot of them, but I like a lot of the newer weapons that I have seen. Have you gotten that fusion yet?
Yeah, I've got it.
Use that fusion, bro.
Oh, I mean, my roll is trash. I toyed around with it a little bit. It has next to no. I mean, its recoil was like it's its own kind of thing.
Yes.
But it was like my roll was so trash, I just didn't really mess around with it too much. But it is like it's really controllable. Somebody said, well, I think somebody said it was like more horizontal recoil. It's very tight. It doesn't feel as strong. And I was like, it doesn't feel as like if I go pull out a main ingredient, I feel like I can melt like multiple guys, and it felt weaker. So I've got to toy around with it more. Maybe it was just like what happened, but it was like I still got a main ingredient, which we'll get to all the other stuff. But it was like that still felt like a fusion, and that one for some reason didn't feel as strong, and I don't know why. Maybe it's like faster firing, not quite as high power. I got to get my hit, and that could just be me for the little that I used it. I don't know. So I'll just toy around with that later.
I got a perk on it. I got a 1 for all perk, which is a damage buff. I believe hitting 3 targets increases damage for. Yeah, that one it hits like a truck. I'm literally using it to fight bosses. I threw a boss spec on that, and I'm just melting things. It's really a good alternative when you run out of heavy. So I've been having fun with that. I believe what else they got? They got a lot of cool. The slug shotgun is really good. I felt the new slug shotgun.
The duality, the exotic.
Well, that one's good. I didn't get a chance to play with it too much.
I haven't played with it hardly at all.
I haven't played with it too much because people are running some real sick builds with that. But there's a legendary, the ones that look like power tools, only power tool weapons.
I just don't know. There's a slug shotgun of those, is there?
Yeah, it doesn't look like just because the shape is different. Damn, what's the name? It's
I don't even think Bone Chiller. Apparently,
that sounds about right.
Oh yeah,
it's a void. Yeah. It's a void one. Yeah, that one hits hard too. I've had fun with that.
Well, I mean, those got that like buff a while back in PvE, where if you can hit that crit, it's gonna hit hard.
Yes,
it's just like you got to go risk reward to go get up close, and at that point,
I've been having fun with that, and I like a lot of the new perks.
I like the pulse. Shocking, right?
I know which one.
Dude, it's tight though. The new one, the new power tool. Of course, I'll pull up dim and find out. But
what is?
This is one of those things. If you ever think somebody doesn't know what they're doing in a podcast, just try and remember everything on the spot. Good luck.
On the spot. Yeah.
Not going to happen. Hail and Confusion.
Yes, it's good. It's
well,
good.
I got okay, so there are new perks.
Yes.
So I got Surplus and Wellspring on my Hail and Confusion. So Surplus increases handling, reload speed, and stability for each fully charged ability. Wellspring, kills with this weapon generate ability energy.
Are you serious?
That's my roll. That was my first
what's
roll.
The first one? What's the first part?
So the first one is increases handling, reload speed, and stability for each fully charged ability. Wellspring, kills with this weapon
what's
generate
the name
ability.
Of that first perk?
Surplus.
Surplus. Okay. Yeah. So you got Surplus and
Wellspring together. The energy is divided between your uncharged abilities. So if you only use your grenade, it's going to charge that one faster and splitting between all of them.
Fire. That is amazing. Yeah, I like that joint. And there's another post look out for. Stars and Shadow.
I've used that one. I've used it, but my perks again haven't been as good. I don't know what the perks on it are. It's a 340. What's the other one? 390. See, the Hail and Confusion's like that's like my go figure type.
I know. That's you. I already know you already find a hole with that. For me, I'm in such this cold denial bag, but I even feel this one that archetype is very underrated. That aggressive frame pulse, they are really beast in PvE. So the only thing is like the perk pool in Stars and Shadow is insane. It can come with all these different perks. It's immense. But it is a really good, solid, just need a little bit of stability, but it's a solid pulse. The aim down sights is even better too. But yeah, I've been liking those legendaries that have been dropping. The few that we've had.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
The new thermal erosion, the machine gun, which is a whole different talk when it comes to loot, because it's the only new machine gun, but you need a machine gun to get machine gun kills. You're like, wait a minute, what if I'm a new player?
Yes.
Whole different problem. We'll get to the loot here in a minute, but that one is just like, that is 900 RPM bullet hose, just bzzz.
You know what to me? I look at it like, okay, delirium. You're going to fit my delirium spot as a solo.
That's basically what that is. It's just a bullet hose delirium, just kind of switched over. Now, I will say,
let's go.
I've been leveling up my other one, but No Time to Explain feels good.
Whoa. Too good.
Have you finished the catalyst?
Yes, got the catalyst. Whoa.
All right, have you done double buddy?
Haven't done double buddies yet because
I can't. But you got to tell me how double buddy is.
I'm gonna do it. It's just that I'm so in love with Stasis. It's hard for me to take Stasis off and then play.
Which is a whole topic for discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, No Time to Explain. You can finish what you want to say there, but it's like we're gonna come right back to what you said first.
No, first of all, again, that archetype. I believe No Time. I believe it's the same as Cold Denial. That
it's a 340.
Yeah, 340s right now hit like a truck. So. Great for boss DPS. And what I like is you can build up with the headshots on enemy, but it's actually easier to DPS, majors and then keep getting the buddy and keep extending the buddy.
On hit. It's on precision hit. You just smacked your something.
Good. Yes, right there. But yeah, it's so good. Oh my God. I love that thing. That thing is aggressive. It hits hard, that the little buddy. Yeah, man, No Time to Explain is very impressive. I'm looking at my Outbreak perfected. Like, damn, when can I find a way for you put you back in the mix? Because I'm
bye.
Yeah, it's just No Time. It's just
I will
that
say
good.
Like for the little buddy though, it's what's on screen because there can be something just off, and until you turn it, won't fire at it. Yeah,
they did that purposely because when you do getaway artist is the opposite. Getaway artists will snitch anything around you, even if you don't have field of view. They kind of nerf this in the sense that, like you said, it has to be your exact field of vision. If you don't see it, it don't see it.
Yep.
Which is fair. But yeah, I'm going to run double buddy. I want to see how that goes. But it's
I got to know how double buddy is. But yeah, it's like, that was one that I was like, and all they did is just give it that little extra. But it was like, it feels good in the meta right now.
Yes.
Now, I will say this is just a small little tip because I forgot about it till somebody probably mentioned it in chat. As a Titan, I need melee kills for things.
Yes.
And as I miss a fair amount with my Stasis melee, I suck at it for a while. I can't. Well, New Red said he yeeted himself off more things than he knows what to do. It's just,
That's
Trust
crazy.
me. But also, like, now you cover a lot of ground to a point. You can actually travel pretty far. But it's like the timing of it. Oh, dude! Like the first time you ever jump on a Titan and be like, I gotta get my Stasis stuff. Oh, I gotta use this melee. What the F is that? Like, you're gonna feel like you don't know how to melee things anymore. I promise you, because everybody else I've seen is like, yeah, this melee's rough. Monte Carlo is the nice counter for me to be like, oh, I screwed up my melee. Brrr, okay, let me try that again. I forgot about that for so many different things, and somebody said it. I was like,
forgot about Monty. You're absolutely right. Why do I not use that gun more? I be forgetting that gun exists.
I was like, I pulled it out of collections and I was like, I have enough melee things that I need to punch between different activities and stuff that I was like, yep, I'm going to use it. And I've been using the living crap out of it. So if you need the other one, if you need super kills, Bad Juju, don't forget about that as well. So there's not a lot. Now, I also noticed there's a perk when it comes to my wonderful grenade launcher called Thresh. Killing combatants with this weapon generates a small amount of super energy.
Fire.
And then another one I got is called Chain Reaction. Each final blow with this weapon creates an elemental damage explosion on a grenade launcher.
I never got that one.
Heavy grenade launcher, basically picture, why do I always forget the name of this stun? Graviton Lance, the cosmology explosion.
It's that level?
It's that. Or pretty close. It's probably not quite the Catalyst like over OP version.
Yeah.
But it's like explode. Like you get a double explosion with a grenade launcher. You do one, pring.
Which one does it roll on? Which grenade launcher do you have it on?
It's the crowd pleaser.
Is that the Void one?
Yeah, it's the Void one.
Yeah. See, I got it, but mine's got Thresh. So I don't got that. I haven't seen that other perk.
I got a spike grenade field prep Thresh that I've been using.
Ooh, nice.
Well, okay, here's another one. You got Chain Reaction. I also got one with Killing Wind.
That's what I got. I got Killing Wind and Thresh on my crowd pleaser. That's crazy. Wow.
So,
Love the new perks, man.
Yeah, it's like, so there are some new perks for creativity. You notice none of them are Rampage kill clip related.
Yes.
They at some point want that stuff gone.
Gone. Yeah,
my Rampage subsistence gnawing hunger is still going to be my auto rifle all the way up until season 15. And then at some point, they're going to force me to get rid of it. But for now, it's good. I will also say, whenever you need to clear ads, my Trinity Ghoul. Dude, that catalyst has made that thing so good.
So good.
You get one kill, just lightning. I'm like, I love it.
There's two requirements now. I get excited when they tell me in the game when I'm for a bounty. One is arc, right?
Oh, yeah.
With that, I'll dust off that Trinity Ghoul. Yo, Sunshot is still it, man.
See, I haven't actually used that since everything came back on. I haven't used it yet.
Please use Sunshot. You're gonna just smile endlessly with the ridiculousness of that. It is the chain reaction. It's insane. It's almost, I would say it's slightly better than Graviton, because those are the three, as far as I feel, with getting really ad clearing elemental kills easy. Yeah. Sunshot for thing. Trinity Ghoul for arc, and then Graviton is still.
A lot of people have also been running Risk Runner's the other one too.
Yeah, Risk Runner is really good.
I mean, you also get that shield against a whole lot of fallen stuff, so gives a double benefit. So I mean, it's like it's weird that like old exotics, like a lot of these are quite old. They're getting kind of a fresh life to them.
Yes.
It's like just kind of goes to show that they need to do that to more stuff, but.
Yes. So let's talk about, have you jumped in PvP there, sir?
Yeah. I've been playing a fair amount of Glory to try and get all those wonderful powerful drops, because they're the best place to do it. So many powerful drops.
Oh, shout out to the Destiny show. Salute, brother. He said, congrats on the great guest tonight. Guardians can't wait to catch. Oh, man, yeah. Sky was amazing. Thank you, brother. Really, really appreciate it, man. And we got to work with you, brothers, and get that collabo going. The last word, you already know. But yeah, man. PvP. Let's talk about it.
Well, I mean, things changed today.
Yes.
This episode's like totally out of order, so don't hold a chance that this one's going to be anything but just a weird order of things. But yeah, we got a nerf.
Yeah.
A PvP nerf to Warlock.
Look, man. Before we get into the nerfs, I just want to talk about my experience when I first threw this thing on.
How? Because I didn't get to play it. I only got to face it.
Okay.
How was that?
All right. So I get it. I was terrified to jump into PvP. I saved it for the very last pinnacle, right? Of that prior reset. So I was like, all right. I did everything. Gambit's done, which I like. Shout out to Gambit. Quick, easy, fun.
No, well, because like a couple of the two fragments I had, like, because I've seen fragments for strikes where you have to kill champions with stasis. Now, granted, Tassia said you can kill those with finishers while having the stasis class equipped, and it still counts. But I don't want to kill 10. You have to kill finishers with stasis. I'm like, the timing of having the ability up in a strike versus with random people, you're like, what the hell is that?
Keep killing and trying.
So and I didn't do strikes.
Yeah.
I don't, and the Crucible is killing people with stasis as well.
Bro.
So I did Gambit on all of my fragments almost.
Small, I got to do that. The one where you got to use slowed on Crucible kills, that is the worst. I hate that with a passion. And it's like 18 kills. I'm like, come on, man. It's brutal. But yeah, to what you said. So I did cruise all stuff, did strikes, whatever. Get to this there. I'm like, all right, wait, what the hell's going to happen in here? This PvP. So I get in there. And I'm not going to front. When you do this to someone, it is the funniest thing ever. Like, somebody was aping around the corner. They just had that fell winters. They ready to slide shotgun. Stop.
That's all it is.
It's disrespectful. So I said, oh my God, this is open. Like, it was so busted that I'm like, oh, Bungie don't care no more. They just said the hell with balance. They just said, you know what? PvP is going to be mayhem. We're going to let you guys run rampant. It's just hilarious. Like that first pre-nerf. My main thing is now when it happened to me, I was like, oh, I don't like this. And you're like, it's like freeze tag.
Oh yeah, that's just what it is.
Then on top of that, you got to hold it down for so long. I was like, I knew two things. I said, it's too long in freezing state.
Yep.
Then you're losing so much health. And I'm just like, when you bust out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, nah, they got to. And again, we'll get to what they did, address with that. And the Warlock Super, bro. This thing is so out of control.
Yeah.
Yo, I literally circled the map 2 times looking for people. The meter goes down so slow. I was like, oh
my God.
God, we really just do this. Okay.
Yeah.
It was worse than Nova Warp in its prime. I was like, yeah, this is gonna get shut down quick. But I had my fun. I had my fun for a little bit. I will say though,
30 seconds long.
Yeah, I will say though, as scared as I was for PvP, and yes, there was some issues. It makes you think different.
Oh yeah,
it changes the sandbox in a way that I knew those certain things were overpowered, but I will say, like, lest I say I'm enjoying it.
I mean, that's the big debate for a lot of people right now. Is you have how balanced can PvP ever be? And that's one question that's always going to be tough. That also depends on if they can ever truly balance. Like, hey, does a Warlock melee in PvP travel this far and PvE travel this far? Like, how much can they balance that stuff? But on the other side, you have some people, Stasis may be like an easy button for some people, but they're also having fun. Yeah. I mean, shout out to, Cacus and Podcast. It was him, Tashed, and True Vanguard.
What they say?
Those three are, they're definitely pretty elite players up there for all the stuff that they do. And it's like, and they feel for both sides. It's like, yeah, the Warlock is OP, but there are some people that finally feel like they're having fun.
It's a weird thing.
I was like, and it's hard to balance that. So it's like some people are saying the Warlock got nerfed, so make sure you play your feedback. More of the changes were done against Guardians.
Yes.
So that's good because there's like the cold snap freeze duration lowered from 4.5 seconds to 1.35 seconds.
That's big.
That's like, come on, that's like 300% less.
Yes, that's big.
Same thing. Ice flare bolts freeze. So like your freezing time is so much lower by the cold snap. The ice flare, which is I guess is your melee. No, Penumbra. What is ice flare?
Ice flare.
That might be your super attack because you have Penumbra Blast is the melee.
Yeah.
The Winter's Wrath heavy attack no longer affects players who are not encased.
So basically, that's the poof.
Bolts.
That's the poof, I believe.
Yeah, that's the poof. But then, like, I guess your bolts, are the duration of those is all short. But I mean, you're going 4.75 seconds to 1.35 seconds. That's not small. That's 3.5 damn seconds. Like, how is that where it started and that's where they adjust it? Like, that's where they just like, let's see how busted it is. We're going to change it by like 3/4 less. Like, that's a large shift to do quickly, by the way. Normally, they wouldn't do something that big that fast. So, I mean, I guess we'll see where it all kind of bounces. Maybe this is the big lower, and then maybe they bring it up a little bit if people say it's too weak.
Right. No, I think it had to happen. I think this is one, because obviously when you put it to I think the world's first was obviously in jeopardy. I mean, that with the Warlock Super being broken and melting bosses, they had to address that. So I'm glad this nerf happened. But I've been playing a lot of PvP. And I have to say, this is all fair. I think the issue where we think why they got it so wrong is because in PvE, it feels right to hold them in place that long. Right. But in PvP, no, bro. Like I'm like it's too long, and you're penalizing me for breaking out. So to me, it should be if you are successful in freezing someone, you got 1 or 2 seconds to get it done. Otherwise, let the person free, and now they're tying it to higher resilience and stuff like that to balance that. Because you should have. It's a 2-part process: doing it and then capitalizing. Now I feel it's a little fair. I can't wait to actually go in there tonight and try it out to see how it feels now. But I felt it was fair. I felt what I read, everything I've read. I was like, "Yep, that's a good nerf. Yeah. That's a good nerf. That's a good
everybody
nerf.
That I know of was just like, yeah, it's busted. We got to fix it." And this is probably the fastest they've done these things, which also goes to show how quick they can change some things. Hope now,
and how quickly, like I told you guys, the Warlock supers and the Hunter supers get nerfed with the quickness whenever we run out of control. Those Titans, you guys get a little bit desperate. Shout out to you, Cactus. I saw that response that you put out too. I just threw that in. Anyway, continue.
But I mean, granted, trust me, like ours is okay, but it is. This is a very, very different feeling of everything that you do with Stasis. The way you freeze it, the way you shatter it, the aspects, the fragments, the subclasses. And all this does is set up the questions, when the hell is it going to happen to the rest of the classes?
Yeah.
Like the customization, now we're getting the fragments to change up your abilities more and do these different things. And even if it's just like, now, do you think they're going to like completely like revamp the classes? That's why it's going to take them a little while. Or would you just rather see like, hey, do it now, just like shuffle up what's in there and put them aspects, fragments, and give me my stuff? Like, would you rather see it quick, or would you rather see them go deeper into, you know, now your Rift freezes stuff? What would the Warlock Fire Rift, like maybe it sets
When am
people
I
on
getting
fire?
that, by the way? I've been waiting for that. That's the one I want badly. I want that so bad. When is that coming?
Well, that's the big question of what now we're like, okay, so we got our story, we started Hunt, and now we have hit all of the time gating walls that are everywhere. You have the aspects. We have one. We logged in, no new aspect. I could get fragments, but I have one aspect. There's a lot of those. There's Varix.
Yes.
He didn't have more stuff to unlock. He's waiting on more information. And I'm sitting here just accumulating these here, whatever they're called.
Yeah, the
seals.
hair things. Yeah, seals. Yeah.
So I'm like, when are those coming? There's no expectation of like, I thought it was going to be a weekly like progression across that line, but, or maybe if I unlock, no, you just hit all of them and you're done. You're like, okay, why?
Yeah. Time gating. This definitely. There's no dancing around it. We know what this is.
Well, and that's the other thing is now the time gating is just gonna be, oh, you log in, there's new stuff. Bye. I'm just gonna buy everything as soon as like it's open because I'm gonna have so many of those things by the time I'm done. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. But yeah, it's just like the time gating of some. Like we know the season's what, like 3 months long.
Yeah.
So maybe next week we'll see in it. But it's like if you do that, you're gonna take almost the whole season to unlock all of Stasis. With the aspects, at least. Now, the fragments will be sitting there and they're on every class, but the aspects, they're going to be slow.
They're going to be slow. I mean, I guess I'm torn because, you know, yes, do I want all the toys? Yeah, I want all that. You know what I mean? I just think, again, it's just, I'm not trying to kind of defend them for everything. It's just like, they're in a tough spot with that because it's like, you give it to us, all of it, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, this is what I feel. I feel sometimes Bungie, this is what I think Bungie does good sometimes. I think sometimes I like when they try to force us to just mess with a couple of things first, only because I think us as the hardcore, we tend to look at what's the most effective first. So we'll see, we'll have all these things and we'll be like, okay, this is more effective than that. But then there's times where there's stuff that I feel, like Mercury said that we had on, like, that are really good, but they're not really given a shot because they were launched along something else that may be slightly better that everyone's using as the meta. I'm okay with the aspects and all that stuff being drip feed. I agree with you though, with Varix. I didn't feel good that his stuff is grayed out and I'm sitting on this currency and I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that part felt weird.
Well, and it's like, that's counterintuitive to the Crow when you can unlock it in a day.
Right. That's the difference.
Like there's no, I guess it's just not consistent at that point because you can unlock his stuff. I saw somebody had it done in like an hour and I was like, holy
Jesus.
I'm like about 6 ranks in or something like that. FYI, if you guys are doing those the hunts, when you go to pick your, like the prey, if it says recon, do it because it gives you like 17 instead of 4 or 5.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's
like,
currency.
Go dig through because normally you'll start with 2 and then when you unlock Hive, you'll have all 4. If ever you have the option to pick the recon data and you're leveling him up, do that because instead of 4, or when you get the first one, it goes up to 5.
Right.
It's like 17 for one of those instead, and you're almost done with a whole rank right then. I'm like, so just FYI.
How are we feeling about the hunts?
It's like Monster Hunter. I'm trying to think of the right reference here. Monster Hunter like Natty Light.
Yes.
It's so watered down Monster Hunter. It's not even funny. Here's this thing, weaken it, chase the blood trail, bam, bam, done. Like there's not really mechanics to them. There's shoot the green dude, stand this thing, and half of them. I know I did fight a tier 2, took me a little longer. But the tier 1, that like because I was running around with the fusion rifle for a little while. Stand in there, about 7 shots, and they're done.
Yep.
Like,
Facts.
And that's one of those where it's a shooter, sure, and I'm sure there's going to be tier 2, which takes a little bit more like effort and play to the area, and I had to play things a little bit slower. They're short and sweet, which isn't bad. I mean, they're a way. I like they are short for grinding for specific things. If you want to go for a piece of armor for a chest that has high stat roll, specialized in intellect, you can do that. That's really specialized. Now, when people run out of stuff they need, and you still have to do that for hiccup. And when you run out of the stuff you need, and then you have to go do them, you're gonna be like, oh,
yeah, after that. And it's 5 of them, right? For the drop. I think we got to do 5 or something.
5 for the drop. If you get to the 3rd rank box, it becomes a pinnacle. So don't pick up your powerful until you can sit there and like go to him, hit escape to go past her, or whatever your back button is to skip the pickup. And then when you get the 3rd upgrade block, it gives you 4 powerfuls instead of 2.
Okay.
And then his bounty challenge turns into a pinnacle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's why that's going to be worth doing as well. So skip it for a little while because the pinnacle also is going to be a thing. And then here's a giant thing in the room.
What's up?
There's a few bugs in this game right now, dude.
Yeah, some things going on. Some things happening.
I was like, now, granted, they hotfixed probably the biggest one, the boss breaking, like doing 18 billion damage to a boss with stasis overload fun.
Right.
But I mean, you have pinnacles that weren't working. You have lost sectors that they deactivate. You have weapons that weren't working. You have a lot of things, not all, but some would definitely get in the way of like raid prep.
Yeah. It was spooky for a little bit, I mean, I'm not used to this level from them, but times are changing.
Well,
by yourself, times are changing.
Yeah, times are changing for one, but two, like you've noticed, like kind of the crispiness of the game, like the new Vulcan API and stuff. Like, I know that's got to be part of it. Now, granted, the game's pretty. Like it's, you can tell the difference in like the visuals. How's the Cosmodrome look, dude? Have you?
Bro, that was amazing. That was amazing.
Dude, I logged in there. I was like, oh, this feels right. That's one of those points because now we're on PC, 60 frames, decent, like everything, like settings are cranked pretty high for our displays and stuff. That is probably what I look like the PS4 D1. That's like going back to play the remake of Zelda is what D1 probably looks like on PS4 compared to what it looks like with the new API on PC. Like that's the difference in my head.
Cosmos amazing. And we forgot one thing. I forgot about this. How we not going to talk about how amazing Europa is aesthetically when it comes to the snow buildup.
Oh, dude, when my sparrow blew away, I lost it. I was like, wait, where's I thought my controller, my mouse, I thought something was broken. I was like, why can't I drive? And then I just sat there and my sparrow's blown away. I'm like, are you okay?
It's amazing. Then looking at the individual footprints that you make in the snow, you know what I'm saying? Visibility dampening when it's night and it's hard to see. Like the engine, if they're gonna cook up this stuff and put it in vault and bring it back with these type of effects, I'm about that, man. I'm about that because
so what is the next weather system you want? Like one they took away. Like honestly, an easy one would be like thunderstorms on Titan. Would have been like beautiful with this system. What do you want to see next? Because the weather on Europa makes sense. It's a giant blizzard. But what would you ask? What would be number 2?
Trying to think of all the planets that we got that would make sense for some type of. I mean, because even Europa has the day-night cycle, right?
Yeah, it gets dark.
Day-night cycle. Yeah, do-rad Mars Sandstorm will be fire. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I can do that. I can do a Sandstorm on that. But man, I mean, listen, they're killing it. They're with the engine with Cosmodrome, with Europa. And Europa is massive. Like, let's not act like
no. Europa's got to be.
They could use a little. They could use a lander zone up top, though.
For the love of God, put one up there.
We could have one.
It can't be that hard. Just drop me somewhere. Yeah. Just in that, because the campaign made it so much worse. Go up there every single Go back to Varix, drive up there. Go back to Varix, drive up there. Go back to Varix, drive up there. I'm like, I'm about to throw up on this elevator ride. Come on.
Yep. It is massive. Yeah, they said volcanic
storms on Venus. Ooh, see, Venus would be a pretty planet to bring back now. Venus would be so pretty. I remember taking pictures of that of the skybox on Venus with like the blue lava running down the volcano in the background. Dude, I took so many pictures of that.
Yes.
Not even funny. It's so pretty. But no, what I was doing, actually, I was sitting at whatever that place is called, Beyond. And then I went to go probably get one of my aspects, and I jumped up on the little ship that dove itself into the snow. And I'm looking out toward the pyramid ship, kind of getting a wallpaper pic of me barely there, kind of in the pyramids in the background. I'm in my menu, changing my settings. I come out and I can't see 5 feet in front of me. And I'm like, where the hell did the pyramid? Oh, that's the weather. I was like, damn. That was one of I mean, you see it blow in and you kind of get, it's close, but that was like crystal clear picture. Can't see, can't see anything. Nothing.
Yo, shout out to Shadow Price in the chat. Salute. Shout out to, he's like, Venus was amazing. We know that's your favorite location to do with. Shout out to Shadow Price in there. But yeah, man, I'm with you. Like, it's just so many cool things about, like I said, aesthetically, the time they put in, the weather system, all these different things to create that environment. And I just love going into the abandoned facilities and getting the lore and getting the music. Like when we had Sky on, like just talking about, I love the themes in there. And Clover sounded like a sick dude. All this stuff we rereading, and it's just really done. It's really well done, and I gotta shout them out on that. The only thing now, a little bad, obviously, it's a sunsetting.
Are we going to the negatives now? We're going to the. We've been spraying our sunshine all over this thing.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it, man. Seeing some things come back. What you feel about that?
No, I was like, I think I texted you while I was going through it, and you asked me, I was like, what are your thoughts? And I was like, campaign great, some things good. One of the first drops I got, and also one you get in the story, were a giant glaring example of why it did not feel good. One was the long shadow from Varix. That one is in the wrong place. A Vanguard, put the new pulse in there, put any of the new power tool blue and red weapons from Varix. I don't care. But that long shadow sitting right there is like, what are you doing there? Why? Why are you there? But that was one. The one that hit me worse was when I got a Scorn armor plate as one of my first drops on Europa.
Yes.
That's the one that burned me. That's the one that burned me the most. I'm like, what the hell is this doing on this planet? Why is it even here? This is 2 expansions ago. This is related to the Scorn. I mean, talk about taking me out of the zone there of Destiny. Is like, I honestly just did not. I saw the Scorn and I was like, no, get out of my inventory. I don't want you there. I was like, that did not feel good. I'll be completely honest. That was bad. So no, I was like, I mean, sunsetting is one of those where, I mean, yeah, sunsetting needed to happen to some extent. We all can kind of understand there are things that needed to happen. Apparently there's sunsets and planets too, but what's up, Justin? Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that.
The Titan, is that the Titan?
But like that, like when we're seeing just the world loot pool didn't get much of a change.
Right.
And the sunsetting is still like now they're almost backtracking it partially, which we'll talk about as well, which is a thing. And you're like, okay, so the sunsetting works if you fill the holes you take away.
Exactly.
And I knew this was going to be one of the biggest hits to everything. It's the most strikes that ever leave. It's the most weapons that will ever go, because now we're going to be building stuff over the course of a year.
Right.
But we lost so much, and it doesn't feel like we got much at all.
Yeah, we lost a lot. You know where it's telling when you get bounties and you're like, hold on, do I even have that weapon archetype anymore? That's all
machine guns, the prime example.
You know,
take a new player if they don't have Thunderlord
Yes.
and they don't have the gun
Yes.
from the Empire hunt, there's literally a bounty they can't even do. There's not one in the
Yep.
game.
Yeah, that's a problem. And yeah, like you said, if you don't have that, if you don't have what you cook,
Shout out to Art. So, by the way, at some point they are making that toaster though, the actual toaster in real life.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have Xenophage, which is not easy to get,
nope.
Thunderlord, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of the other stuff has been sunset, like
or the Seventh Seraph, which they can't get right now.
Seventh Seraph, what they can't get right now.
Coming soon, but
coming soon. So again, it puts them in a bad. So yeah, the sunset. Listen, long term, yeah, I know I wasn't for it in the beginning, but long term, yes, I think the legendary thing will probably be the right move. But they've got to. Right now, we're feeling it because they took so much away, and there's not enough back. So it's like they're gonna have to start each subsequent season, like really reintroducing a lot of stuff. Now they were on the right path with the I'm just gonna call them the red and blue power tool weapons.
I mean, I like the look. They're unique. Like they're cool. I don't mind them. I actually like a feel amount of those maps. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a bunch of them and stuff like that. But yeah, that is the glaring thing right now that they've got to get a hold of, and each we need to see more. And then I think it's the time gating. Yeah, the time gating. Definitely hurry up and wait, with certain stuff. We see that they're trying to, do the stretching thing. I'm going to give it a pass. Obviously, this week, we got the world's first. We're getting ready for that. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a big deal for them. The promotions out there and all that stuff. But I'm curious to see also how they're going to do it. But all right, let me give them some credit, though. I did like logging in Tuesday and getting that cinematic and getting that level of
that. Yep.
I like this. The narrative ties-ins have been really amazing so far. From start to finish, they really killing it with that. So if they keep, this is what I feel. I feel like the gameplay stuff is still a little behind on certain things, but the narrative team, they are on fire right now. Like they are like this is the type of Destiny I want all the time. Like I'm gonna get addicted to this. I need this all the time now. Logging in, find a cinema, cool special mission. Let's go. That's where I'm at.
Are you gonna get yourself a parka for the cold times up there?
Hey man, I'm gonna be in there on Saturday with the squad. Hey, if we get a park, I'm going for it. Well,
that's like usually just like I think it's through December 1st. So you have like a week and a half to get that one.
Just a week. Yep.
I'm just saying, will you buy the parka?
Oh yeah, come on, man! I gotta have that drip.
Okay.
I gotta have my warlocks. You know, we like our coats.
That's a word that doesn't even come out of my mouth in that sense. Is drip? Oh my god!
You gotta get that drip. Gonna throw the hood on. You know what I'm saying? I am
so not hip. It's not funny. Like literally couldn't up. Nope.
You gotta get that drip.
If I said that sentence, I could probably not sound whiter if I said that sentence.
I'm gonna give you some key words, man. We're gonna start flowing. I'm gonna have you use
You're gonna be flowing, drip. Like, who the hell are you? My wife's
that?
like,
let's go. Let's go, E.
Justin just fell out of his chair. He's like, oh, dude, I can't even.
Shout out to Dana. He said you secondhand hip.
I'm hit by associate. My street cred is on account of Cognito, and that is it.
Listen, man.
He's bringing up my street cred.
I'm going to have E spitting bars out here. Trust me, y'all. Y'all going to see him on the street. You're like, who's that?
I'll give you that one for now.
E going to be flowing with his dripping dope ass. Yo, it's gonna be funny.
Nope. Yeah, that's when you feel old and not hip. It's like, were you ever cool? I don't think I ever was, and I definitely am not now. So that's how that goes.
So Saturday, man, yeah, I'm going for it, man. Definitely, it's gonna be fun. I actually like the fact that I'm actually of light to compete. Like I like that. So it'll be.
I was gonna say, what did you think of the grind?
Let's see. In the beginning campaign, I actually liked it in the beginning because I felt the campaign, outside of me doing the hustle with the Loot Cave 2.0.
Did you get to play it normal before you hustle?
I have not. So this is why I like it, because if I didn't, it was kind of punchy in there, yo. It was kind of...
Oh no, I died plenty.
I like that. And then,
the campaign felt leveled right. Playing normally, the campaign felt leveled right.
And that's the first time, because normally we just smack them around in the campaign. It's it's to the point where, what's that? It wasn't Aramis. Remember when you beat Aramis and then the other chick
kicked my butt?
Bro.
That's frustrating. My brother was like, dude, I hate this chick. I'm like, I feel you. I died a few times.
That chick she had me under so much pressure. There was a time when I was trying to run around the map, she would freeze me in midair and I would fall like a cinder block into the thing. I said, I was mad, but I was like, this is good. It's challenging. I gotta work. I gotta think.
I was like, they gotta miss though, man. They don't freaking miss. You're like peeking out from cover on the other side and be like,
yes. And that other boss
if you're
was
just like,
too.
oh, I'm flying through the air. Nah, you're stuck.
What's the boss that you fight? I don't know where it's at, the facility. And he's got like these little circular things you got to shoot all over the map before you break his shield. He's a good encounter too. I forgot what general that is. Basically, you know how like there's this big...
the one basically in what looks like the Deep Stone Crypt or the Bray Exoscience facility. Yep. Phalix, I think.
Yeah.
The Technocrat.
The Technocrat. Yeah. Yo, Technocrat is a dope fight. What you call it is a good fight. The hover drone, shout out to Dano, shout out to Prescott. Absolutely. Like, I love the fact that they were challenging solo, man. Like, I really had to work. I really had to think.
And I was like, damn it, I gotta start this boss fight over. I'm like, I gotta take this serious. Because as you said, we're used to just kind of knocking stuff off. Like, it's not that big. And now it's like playing it about the right level. I was like, oh, damn. It's like, and then you realize, and that's where the freezing, when you freeze and then you break out, and that's where it is. Like, you are deathified to the floor. That cold snap grenade that they have, like catching you. You're like, you see it coming. You're like, no, float. Like, you want off the ground.
Is it me, or are these falling a little extra aggressive with them spears and roughing you up?
Oh yeah, they kind of crank some stuff up. Yeah, feels like it feels like. Yeah,
I be trying to jump away. There's three of them underneath, and they come. I'm like, yo, they are very aggressive. I like it though. I'm just saying. I just know that I'm like, were they this aggressive in the past? Like, I definitely felt an up in AI. And the other thing we didn't mention. Shout out to the 2 new enemy types. Really a big fan. We got our big
leggy harpy.
Yeah, Leggy Harvey, and then the Metal Gear brother, the little the
brig?
mini Scourge of the Past.
Now, here's the question. The leggy harpy.
Yes.
I want to hear you say that.
I can't even pronounce. How do you even pronounce it?
I was going to say, no, here, I'll type it in chat, and I want to hear you say it. I'm going to type it in chat, and I want to hear you say it.
I'm going to say Wyvern.
It's not bad. It's Wyvern, but yeah, it's basically.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah. No, I've heard some goofy ones on that, so yeah. The Wyvern. But yeah, the brig is just like...
Yeah,
those guys are frustrating because you can't crit them until you pop the face off.
Until you pop the thing
and
off.
then finally, like at that point, you're like, "Oh, now I'm going to melt you." But for a while, you're just pissing me off. Especially when you're in, I think it's Cadmus Ridge on the west side, and the random one that roams. That dude has so much health. God, just die, dude.
It isn't me. I don't like the sound that thing makes. It makes me very uncomfortable. That thing, it's like these weird.
I mean, it's a big mechanical robot.
You know when he around.
Well, okay, they have some powerful. You got the dropping missiles from above. You got the shooting, like the bomb explosion that goes. But yeah, I will definitely say the Wyvern have yeeted me off a few ledges as well.
Yes,
they jump up in the air like, "Oh, I'm fine," and they catch you, and you're like, "Boom!"
Yes, love though. I like new enemy types. And it's really good. Yo, the chat is on fire. Yeah. In fact, with the clicking noise.
I was like, what did you... Pyro could not get off of that on Twitter, by the way. Pyro, what do you think of the click?
It's his charm. Yes. I don't know. It's Varix. He's just weird and creepy and weird when he talks just basic stuff. It's just like, I just like it. I just think it is inherently foolish and creepy. And that to me is what Varix would do. Varix would
somebody's like, get him an inhaler. And he's like, when it even says it because I have the subtitles on.
It says,
and it's like you got the insect noise, like, and then he's like, when he wheezes, he's like, and he'll wheeze, and you're like, dude, come on, he's just like struggling over there.
he's so uncomfortable. Like everything about him is, it just adds.
I mean,
to
he's
the
a
dynamic of the
sleazy,
character.
opportunistic, now
Yes.
3-armed fallen guy with like chainmail over his little mouth. And dude, just take the mail off. Like, don't breathe through the metal.
Shout out to Varix for being sleaze. He's just a funny character.
He is,
man.
dude. He's just like, oh, help me. No, Eris, don't freeze me and all this stuff. And
side note, how are we feeling about Salvation's grip?
outside of using it for my like the crystals that I had to go shoot, it doesn't feel that great.
Okay, I thought it was just me because I'm like,
I don't know if anybody's enjoying it or maybe it doesn't feel like, I mean, or the charge is too long to get the big benefit out of it, maybe.
But I'm like,
but even then, it's like I feel like the wall is more effective.
Yeah, I'm freezing. I'm like, okay, then what? I mean, are you getting a crit? You get crit damage whenever you shoot.
I was like, I haven't honestly used it that much because it didn't feel great in the first place.
Prescott, I'm with you. I just don't know what the point. Like, I'm like, well, maybe it's a gameplay mechanic that I haven't seen yet. That, like, I understand, like the Warlock Super. Oh,
I just have a question. Are there other stasis things in this game?
That's what I'm saying. Because it feels like it's incomplete, right?
Yeah,
it feels like, okay, I do this, and then something else is supposed to do something else, like how the Warlock Super is. You know, I shoot them, I freeze them, and then I do my Gandalf, I do my Lord of the Rings.
You have to like almost have ultra handling on because you shoot it and then have to do something else.
Yeah, it's just, I'm like, what am I? The stage to acquire it was dope. Shout out to the Ghost Imitated Drifter. It was an amazing stage. And that imitation was hilarious. But once I got it, I'm just like, I literally got all the things and I promptly threw it in the vault after.
It didn't feel great while I was using it during the missions and stuff where I kind of had to. And while I was doing that, I was like, it's fine. I would charge it up and try and like aim it at a certain spot and I might freeze some stuff, but it just like didn't seem to do anything amazing to go with it. So you can use it to keep a champion level enemy from proccing their mechanics. He's like, and that may be more one of the keys about Stasis is your super may not like stop a boss, but the interrupt mechanic that you get from Stasis may be what it's just beneficial for, is maybe just honestly causing interrupts. And that's more of like playing in a team. But would I ever use that thing like a solo Nightfall? Hell no. I would never pick that over the better option from God of Salvation, Divinity. I would never pick that over Divinity as a support weapon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it doesn't. And again, like the range on a grenade launcher is definitely always like hard to hit the arc correctly. Solo player, no. Maybe support in a raid for like there's a certain mechanic you need to build like some stasis stuff for, and grenade you got more options to shoot it. Yeah. Maybe, but let me ask you this though. I'm meaning to pick your brain on this. You are the Lord of the Strikes. How are you feeling about the new strike, number one, and then obviously strikes in general? The Glassway, I think it's called. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to remember as much as I can, just details about it. Trying to remember. The one, remember, it's the stranger talking to you. You go down, it's the Vex portal at the bottom. The Vex keep coming out. And then those, what you call it? Those, the Vex, the big one with the shield around it that rotates. There's a bigger one. And then there's a small one at the end. Yeah. So you're kind of working your way through like the Vex platforms and stuff. There's some falling throughout that one. You get to the bottom and the big Vex portal. All I can say is I'm glad I got Conqueror done. Yes. Because I don't think that one's going to be fun to do with yeeting Smashy Boys. Double Hydra action. Some tight corridors and a whole bunch of Hydras in a small space. Seems like very troublesome, explosive rounds Hydras going everywhere. Very aggressive Hydras. Yeah. So it's like, I was like, the world it's in, like all of the underground caves, the Vex structures, the one, it's not the Technocrat, but it's that one might be Phalanx that you're fighting in the very deep subterranean, like Vex area. Yeah. One of the 3 lieutenants that you fight there that you work up. That whole area, when you look up in there, that place is gorgeous. Beautiful. Like that whole thing. So like anything in that area always looks amazing because the Vex architecture always looks really, really cool. Right, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not like I'm there. After dealing with like the lieutenant fights, as how those felt, Now the
I
strikes
agree.
just don't feel like they hold up to those.
To
kind
be
of.
honest, I would even argue that the lieutenant fight should be strikes on their own and be part of
I can't
pool.
remember. I've listened to a lot of YouTube and stuff about this. Some people like, hey, remember when people said those missions shouldn't be strikes? Now we're like, can you make those missions strikes?
Yes.
Like you make a
Yeah.
lieutenant fight a strike and people would be like, all right. People would be happy to have those in the strike playlist. And now we just have one, and then we have Nerota, the non-omnigal.
Non-omnigal.
Slightly different boss room.
I still haven't done it yet. I gotta do it. I sitting on my thing. I gotta get it done. I think it's the last step. I still haven't done it yet because
it just came up in the strike playlist.
Yeah, it's the Shohan. I think I haven't done it for the first because it's still part of the Shohan quest, and still got to finish that off.
But yeah, I was like, that one's mostly still omnigal. Not really a lot of variation to that one. It's just slightly different looking boss room, just more craziness, honestly. Yeah, it's like and that's the point where like the omnigal room now with as much coming out, dude, it's new red. No, I'm not.
New red.
I
Did he
saw
put
it
it
up there. Yeah, he put it up there earlier. I'm
you know what time it is.
I'll get there. We're mid discussion, sir. I'm saving that stuff to the end.
Okay, new red. Like, look, bro, I got these points.
I got these points. Dakota's gonna kill me if she ever drops hers. It's fine. Dakota has so many. I would die.
You better be nice to her. You better be nice to her.
I am nice to her. Believe me. No, but it's like I'm just picturing boss rooms now for Grandmaster level stuff. When the way we had to go through some of these things was a little kind of just insane.
Yeah.
To get them done in the first place, glitch out corrupted.
Yeah.
A one that felt more natural was whispering. What the hell was the festering core? That one was more of like a natural fight, like working through the room, working boss damage, dealing with spawns. But you had room in that festering core boss room to like, it's a circle, but you had like a good amount of cover.
Yes.
Like Omnigal room, the new one. Yeah. I mean, the old one was small and crappy anyway. The new one, you've got 2 levels, but there's like ogres that spawn in there. You've got a couple that you've got so many guys that spawn out. You're going to be hiding in a corner, maybe. Like that is going to be such a Wyvern champions.
Oh Lord, that would be crazy. Yeah. That would be crazy. Don't put that evil in the air like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, and it's just
don't give them no ideas.
And that's one of those. It's like the strike playlist. I understand for lore reasons and darkness eating the planets why you're gonna have the strikes go. But when you have a playlist like that, and then you like shrink it by 7, and you add 2, and then we're gonna get 1 more in a future season and 1 more in a future. We're gonna get the Fallen Saber, which is gonna be another awful Grandmaster, I'm sure. And then you're gonna have what the hell's the other one? Sepix.
Sepix, yeah. I gotta get that.
Which I almost mentioned that to Sky.
We forgot to mention that to Sky.
That song is so iconic because that one's pretty crazy. So those are going to be cool, but we get 2 more, so we're going to get back to we have 7. Then we get with 8, the new one we'll have 10, which isn't bad, but it was like you lost so many, and those were at least just variety to activities, and that's just a shame.
Yo, Blackwing says unstoppable Wi-Fi.
I'm pretty sure they're actually overload. Because I think they're in there right now.
Oh, that's going to be crazy, yo. That'll be sick. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to deal with that at all.
Yeah, an overload guy who smacks you away and then he gets his health back.
No.
That is probably my biggest issue with champions is them getting their health back.
Yeah.
I mean, like we got shotguns on, what was it? Shotguns on Unstoppable. So it's our first special anti-champion thing. Now, granted, that one at least makes some sense for those, but for a shotgun, you're like, what do you got to do? I got to wait for him to almost kill me and then shoot him with a shotgun. Like, that's not terrifying, right?
Yeah. They're doing that whole risk reward stuff they always do.
I know.
Anyway, how about
Exodus Crash, by the way. It's like completely deactivated at this point. Can they just like get rid of that? Nobody likes that.
They took it away again?
Oh yeah, isn't it? Somebody confirm in chat for me, just so I know I'm not crazy. It's like it was switched off of the Nightfall, and then they took it out of the Vanguard rotation.
Wow.
And it was funny. It happened the same day. It bugged out on me 2 different ways before they took it out.
Really?
It bugged out in the first part with the light pillars. They added it back today.
Oh, just they added it back today.
No. Just no. I'm
So it's
sorry.
just-
I am sorry whoever made that strike. I apologize to all Bungie employees for the creation of Exodus Crash. I appreciate your work. This is just not the favorite here. It is
So
it is the weakest link. Goodbye.
I don't ever run it. I rarely run it. I rarely run it. So like, what is it? What's the big to do? What is it? The last fight, the electricity on the floor? Like, what's the problem?
I mean, there's the electricity on the floor. The fact that he was like time gated and used to go away a lot. They changed that a little bit, but you still have to deal with that one.
Right.
You've got the light pillars that you got to run through, so your sparrow gets shot by a random vandal and it explodes.
Right.
You have the platform that you've got to stand on where maybe the electricity guys come up, but you have all the waves of enemies that come while you defend the point.
Right.
And it's just like, come on. It's one of the
Yo, he going in. I don't tell you, he going in. He going in on that shit.
But yeah, there's just things about that strike and the fact that the boss fight used to piss us off more. They got rid of like the immunity phases because it used to be like 7 or 8.
Yeah, it was a lot. That part I didn't like. It's
less now, but it's still like, and then he disappears, and you're like, oh, I gotta wait for him. Then ads come in, you gotta shoot those. The people who've done the Grandmaster, most everybody I know cheese that one. They like stood on a box, basically.
Yeah, yep. Shout out to Scream, he did that. But is it like Risk running like God tier in there?
I mean, theoretically, there's like Fallen and stuff, so it would be, but still, it's like 4 now, so it's about half. But it's just, I don't know. I've just never been a fan, really.
Never fan. The only thing I didn't like about it was that at one point, and I don't know if this is still the case, remember when you get those bounties, it'd be like, yo, kill a fallen boss? And there was a time where it was just the strike.
It's still the only one
it's
with the
still the only
boss.
strike, right?
That's why it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's like that part. I'm like, all right, come on, because the other one they don't count the barons that's scoring.
Yeah, they don't count the barons. And the Glassway is Vex, obviously.
Yeah,
so you have to go
Vex.
kill a fallen boss in a strike, and you're like, it's the only one. So you have to kill like, a couple like 1 or maybe 2 fallen bosses. You're like, I have to go run this strike that I freaking hate.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So yeah, Fallen Saber, and then you're gonna get Fallen Saber, which is Fallen, and then you're gonna turn around and get how's the other one? I keep forgetting.
What, Sepix?
Yeah, Sepix. That's gonna be one as well. So you got a big shank and a big. So then you'll have 3 different Fallen ones.
You'll have 3 different Fallen ones. It would be.
So I was like, that'll be a little better at least. Yeah, Risk Runner is a big love of a lot of people right now. It fits because you're facing a lot of Fallen in a lot of places.
Yep, I really need to use that weapon. I don't know why I don't use that weapon. Weird.
Trying to think.
Yep, I
was like, I know we've covered a lot, but I feel like I'm missing something substantial.
We talked about. I know we got the raid, we got the contest mode, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, I was like, have you been spoiler free on the raid? Nope. That's a nope, sir.
Look, man.
You couldn't avoid it?
I got caught, man. It was
caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Yeah, some big news. And it was a big news outlet. It was like Windows Central. I was like, it was like Destiny Raid's been spoiled. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't look.
So you made the choice.
I want to know about this Clovis thing. Like, I think it's so cool. So listen, all I saw is this. I just saw a couple of rooms. I don't know what the encounters are. I just know where one of it's gonna be. And he said they got me, yo, Justice in the fire right now. Listen, they got me. I fell victim, but I didn't watch the one that somebody I guess tells you, kind of infers what it is at the end. I don't know. All I know is the locale of like the place is
I haven't
pretty.
Yet, so I've
it's
tried to
pretty amazing and out there. And I was just like, okay. So that part, I couldn't contain my curiosity with that. But as far as everything else with the specifics, I didn't watch anymore. It's just a matter of environment. But the reason why I fell victim is because I like going into those I don't know if they're deep sectors, the ones that are the research facilities where it's Clovis Brace Tech and the I know you know about. Shall we talk about it? I mean, this is super spoiler about the little figurine that represents someone that a NPC that we talk to often. Do we? That's.
I was gonna say we're gonna go full spoilers here in a second. So, we're already a long point in the episode. You guys have been here for a while. If you do want to find us in places, you guys know where to find us socially. Spoiler alert coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, get out of
Here
here
we go.
if y'all don't want to know. So again, this is not raid, y'all. I'm just talking about when the lore, from my understanding, when you get the the version that you have, the legendary
Collectors.
whatever. Okay. So from my understanding, yeah, there we go. So the Banshee thing, yo.
So what's up with Banshee?
Apparently one of the consciousness, Clovis Bray, all that one of his consciousness all this time.
Really?
Yes. So that's one of them. So apparently there was, and then if you look in the Bray facility and you go inside, it's that big open room. They got almost like laboratories, and then you go up a step to the right, and there's office space. In that office space, you'll see a little miniature figurine.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I just didn't catch
Banshee
it
with the thing, the XO thing out the head. I was like, yo. So yeah, like again, and I guess with the wipe. So Black Wings, thank you. I've been biting my lip on you. Yeah, like the lore, shout out to the lore team, man. They've been on fire this whole joint and he chose to wipe his memory permanently and make a new life. Yes. Yeah, crazy implications. This raid, that's why I fell victim, because I'm like, the lore's so good. What are we gonna be doing? I just gotta know where it's at.
I guess
where is it?
The big question is, do you think post raid on Saturday or Sunday, if it's beaten in 24 hours or not? Shout out to hopefully not Dado in 2402. Do you think do you think it unlocks something? Do you think not a planet, because they've been pretty clear to keep expectations in check. We got Cosmodrome, we got a big ass Europa.
We got Cosmodrome, we got big
But
Europa.
do you think it unlocks mission,
before I
lore,
answer that,
anything like that?
Question: am I confused? Where I thought the hunts were supposed to take place on the Dreaming City.
They're there too. I've done some there.
So some of them tell you
once
go there?
like the first 2 are Fallen. Those are Tingled Shore. The other 2 prey options, those are always Dreaming City.
Oh, I've done them.
Yeah, it's just once you unlock it. Yeah, I've already
got it. It's tough because part of me feels it wraps up nicely with Europa, and I struggle to see how they link it to some other place. But I don't know, man. I'm dying to know the implications of what the hell he is doing, and all this Vex tech and darkness. And this guy, Clovis is just dirtbag. He don't care about human life. Long as his existence is he's out there. I just want to see what these
I like chat. Dano's like, imagine it hints to the Vault of Glass, and it's like the Vex want revenge for all of what Clovis did to him.
Could be a segue. Because we got to think about this, right? Narratively, how are they going to bring the Vault of Glass in?
I'm still wondering that. I don't know how you get... We entered it from a patrol space with the gateway on Venus, which means somewhere, some way, there's going to have to be some gateway entrance. Theoretically, they might want to have a similar encounter, unless you're just going to warp inside. Yeah. But either way, like, we opened a specific gateway to the Vault of Glass because thematically by the story, Atheon was kind of a pretty big deal.
Yes.
So if we go through all of that to get into their vault, per se, like, cracking a bank vault, we have to go through some way to get into there again.
Right.
But the big question is why and how? Now, what they're saying in chat is theoretically, like, the Vex are pissed because he was basically plucking them out of a portal, stealing their radial area, using that to make exos. And, pairing that with the pyramid powers and the darkness and the radial area and the memory wipes and all that crazy stuff.
Got too much stuff in the pot.
Yeah, I was like, that's a witch's brew from hell right there.
There's got the brew right there cooking up.
Vex equals time travel gobbledygook.
Facts. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, to me, there's 2 threads where this thing gonna go. It's either you're gonna go and finish this Vex thing, right? With either their revenge or what he opened and he doesn't realize what he did, or we still got Xivu Arath situation.
Well, Xivu has to be, like, the seasonal content, I feel, is going to be building towards Witch Queen every season. Now, you're probably going to have, like, any TV show. You've got your intro to introduce Xivu Arath and the tease towards Witch Queen. You're going to have your filler episodes in the middle.
Right.
1 or 2 of these seasons in the middle aren't going to have anything but an offshoot story.
Yeah, offshoot, most likely, yeah.
Yeah. Then you're going to start tying, the last one's going to be the direct lead into Witch Queen, something like that. And then, so that's how we're going to get to her. But it's like, then you still have the whole key of the Vex. But that was the thing about Ziva or Wrath, is that she actually can never say it right. Kyria?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's that Vex.
Yeah, that Vex mind, yeah.
Vex mind that's like, but it's like kind of darkness or high. It's related to kind of like, it's been messed with by them. So I'm wondering if that ever comes into play as well.
Yeah. We got a lot going on. I don't know. This is what I'm truly curious when we beat this raid, what the implications are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we know it has to be a bit more than Clovis. It's just, I feel it's more of what Clovis was experimenting with. And then obviously when you find out where it is.
Huh.
But yeah, like I can't wait, man. And then we still got the Crow running around. Like this is
the Crow.
crazy.
You got Marasov some point.
Yeah. Marasov running around. Look at New Red with the phonetic spelling.
I got 2 of them in there. Q-Waria.
Yaria. Okay. Whatever.
Aria?
I still butchered it.
Q-Waria. Sorry about the stream taking a crap, by the way. Can't help that one at this point.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. But that's what I got, man. I can't wait for this Saturday. Lacing the boots up, man.
Yeah.
Leviathan's Breath Catalyst is out?
Yep.
Where is it dropping? Just random?
It's related to the hunts. I haven't actually dug into where it's at. I need to do that. But it's related to the hunts.
Enough.
I don't know if it's when you unlock at rank 10 or if there's certain things, or if you need to use it on the hunts and charge it up or what. But it's something related to hunts. I got to dig in, figure out what it is.
I got to work on that. I got to get my necrotic grip today. I'm getting close to light level, so that sector shouldn't scare me no more.
I did want to ask you on
what's up?
Cosmetically to kind of wrap it up as I'm looking through the season pass. The season pass armor related to all these Rathborn hunts. Yay, nay thoughts?
Kind of trash, man.
Seriously? Oh, thought you might actually like mine. I thought yours looked pretty clean. I thought mine was a bit too much, but I thought yours looked all right.
Where are you seeing it at? Hold on. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Maybe I'm discussing. You talking about the season pass?
Here,
armor?
go look at that, and then
give me that
season of the hunt, and it's literally like scroll down to. Nope. Where is it? Exotics and gear, and you should just see the season pass, and it's just a picture of the 3 of them. It looks pretty good.
Exotics and gear. Just scroll down. Calendar, news. Where at?
So you see like Bury Your Fangs, like the exotic quest, Ziva Wrath, Duality.
And
then below that.
Oh, you mean the actual reward path?
Yeah.
All right. So
like the ornaments for the season pass.
Okay, yeah. I mean, right now they're showing the hunter stuff.
Keep going.
I'm looking. I'm scrolling to the right.
Do you see like the right? No. There's a picture. Like
there's a picture of the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
so if you're on the season pass page,
yes,
scroll down the page. You'll see Rise of a Hive God.
I see included with season hunt. I see the Hawkmoon, Silver Bundle, Calendar, News, Media, and then FAQ.
Scroll up from Silver Bundle. You'll see Hawkmoon.
Okay.
You'll see season pass, where you'll see like just above the actual season pass like rankings.
Oh, for the free seasonal armor, that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean that's the ornaments that come with the season pass.
Yeah, so it is. I remember me, you know me, I'm Warlock bias, so I'm just like, it ain't doing that for me, fam. Like the helmet is okay. I don't know how I feel about this little sash thing. I feel like Titan looking strong. Titan look at the military clip. You know what I'm saying? Like Titan looking strong. It's something about the Warlock. Now I can't even tell the Hunter. You know, there's usually no usually that's the discernible hood. And wait, hold on. Hunter's left?
Yeah.
Oh, Hunter's the best one. Hunter's the best one. Titan is okay. I just don't, man, I'm not.
Warlock's front and center and just not feeling it.
Yeah, I can't get jiggy with that.
Okay, so you got that. Now the one that actually even my brother and I think somebody else bought was the Black Armory.
Yes.
seasonal set from Eververse.
That's the one I cop. You know who's rocking that
I
one?
knew that might get you.
Yo, you know, I got to shout him out. This is the first warlock. No, listen, I pride myself in being the most fly warlock out here. There's no one. I've rarely seen anyone dress their warlock as flies. I'm just gonna put it out there. Gotta stroke myself with a bat. You know whose warlock game is serious? Bonfire. Shout out to Bonfire had an outfit with that joint on. I said, bro, what shade is that, yo? I was like, yo, I hate to steal your swag with that shader that you got. Woo! Man, yeah, that set. That, you know what's funny? I bought that, and because you know how I'm Captain Waste module just to upgrade stuff, right? That set has kept me from wasting stuff because all I do now is throw on any blue or any legendary and turn it into that with that ornament. Oh man, I love it, man. Woo! Yeah. But salute to that set, yeah, because that set I didn't really care for the other one, but that set really good, very Black Armory vibe. Very.
I mean, it's like Izanagi threw up on it.
Yes. The bond is good. And yeah, shout out, I got it, my man Bonfire. We gotta bring Bonfire back. He's rocking with the Black Armory bond with it. The big huge. Ooh, it's clean. It's clean. So I got it. Wait till you see my shit. I'm coming back on him. I'm coming back. I got some style for him now. But yeah, that's my joint.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I'm going to let you wrap it up while I knock out this for New Red, who's been feeling
it's
left
time,
up.
baby. You know what we here for. We here for that fitness, y'all. Y'all know it is. New Red, you've been very patient, sir. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to get this man to get these setups in. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic's still out here, man. Gyms are open. But look, you can do things in your house. Look, my man E is out here. We're about to give you some textbook form going on right now. Get your sit-ups in, y'all. Man. You're staying in the house. Look at that. Look at that perk form there. Elbow to the knee. You know, where's the pause at the top? Come on now. There you go, my man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is the type of fitness, education, and entertainment we give you. We promoting health and good vibes. You're not going to get this anywhere. Only at the campfire, y'all. Look at him. Well, yo, he's showing off. He's starting right there. Look at the slow rock. See, that's core right there. You got to have that good core. Not COVID belly, but you got to have good core to do that. And this is what I'm talking about right now. Yo, shout out to the Destiny Show, everybody in the chat. Yo, he's out here. My man is out here. He's showing you how to do these things. Yo, Justice said in my area, I got to bring you to the Iron Paradise. Bro, he's out. Oh, we doing the push-up. Yo, we getting the 2-for-1 right now. Y'all getting a 2-for-1 special. Getting that. Well, we should get him to do diamonds, though. But I don't want to be evil with that. Yo, yes sir. Shout out to New Rat sitting on those points.
All right, I gave you guys a couple, but my elbow's not 100% yet.
All right, elbows down. I was saying maybe next time we get the diamond push. Really
I can do a few of them fresh, but I'm like, level. Right now my elbow's still not 100%. So
no, we gotta protect the elbow. Protect the elbow, y'all. No doubt. She said we gotta have how long is she? Yeah, the longest. Yeah, we definitely. We this is a power hour. We're making up for a lost show we did last week. Both being E, we're busy, so we figured with the Sky interview, we still had to talk to you afterwards. So thank y'all for rocking out, man. This is what's up, man. Got the dab going. Justin said, "This is the content I pay to see."
It's like
with the guns out, man. This is what we do
before COVID.
We lit right here, but yo, salute to y'all. They are all fire in the chat. He says all that Titan melee he been doing.
Gotta work. Gotta keep up.
Gotta keep up, bro.
I literally do punch for part of my job, so
it's part of his job for real.
There's not a lot of kicking in this game, though. I will say that.
Yeah, not a lot of kicking. What's good? China, Utah, what up? You already know. So yeah, man. It's a good one. Good show today. Good rap.
Yeah. A little extra long, but we got our hour with Sky.
Yes, sir.
When you guys see that one out there, if you guys are watching, try not to actually tag Bungie on that one. Just,
Yes. We don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. He did us a solid, so
yeah, just
definitely salute.
Just shout out that you enjoyed the episode as much as you guys can on the Twitters, because, people do follow and see it, but
yes,
try not to call it out too much.
Exactly. Keep that low. No, I'm just trying.
I promise you, I probably tweeted that out. Somebody from the community team's like, go watch this episode. Somebody's like, all right, did you do anything? No? First time somebody silently watched in the background.
Facts. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, ready for the raid, ready to get rocking, man.
Yeah, Saturday is going to be interesting. I think this will probably, huh?
Oh, okay. I just asked you.
No, I was just going to say, like, I think the way the leveling has been, because even I haven't been quite as hardcore between everything going on, I think this potentially will be
very competitive.
Yeah, very competitive.
Everyone's
Most
ready.
people in it. Like 12:30 has not been like if you would have tried, because I haven't even been trying that hard. I'll hit 12:30 on one of mine, and I haven't even split 3 characters.
Wow,
mine's mostly been just one.
Yeah, sound like me. I'm just all I'm thinking about right now is what I'm running in there with. You know what I mean? As far as I can go old tried and true. You know, Phoenix Protocol. Thinking about going in there probably with Cold Denial, that new fusion, and maybe depending on the encounter, Xeno. I slept on Anarchy. Anarchy is stupid powerful.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Xeno's still one of my go-tos.
Yes, Xeno's the go-to for long range. But if it's one of those bosses that sits in a spot, yeah.
You know, I will definitely say, like, as I'm sitting here looking at the raid emblem though for that boss,
yes,
like it looks like it has almost a where'd it go? What I picture is not as I care too much about the world of Zodiac, but is it's very symmetrical, almost like I would picture like Gemini and twins.
Yes.
I would love it if they would ever do 2 bosses you're fighting at the same time.
That'd be fire.
I mean, that would be like, why have... Again, I'm speculating here because I haven't looked, but like, you know, there was a big guess of like what the boss is going to be. Is like, what if there's 2? Can you imagine fighting 2... What's the guy? Axis from Siva? Imagine fighting 2 of him in an arena.
That would be crazy. Yes, Dakota, we are streaming it.
Nice.
So it looks like the team, it's myself, Addict, Gaming Forte, Wilhelm Scream, Cat Daddy, and I miss Sinister. So that's look like the squad.
You got a good crew.
Got a decent crew, you know. Hopefully we get past one encounter. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, when I did Last Wish Blind, I did it with Mano, who will be on here in a few weeks, actually.
Yes.
And that one we got to the Consecrated Mind. So we got to the 3rd encounter, kind of got everything figured out, just could not get like the damage balance at that point. That was it, because you had to be pretty perfect for the Gambit run on that one.
Yo, did you hear what New Rat said? He said someone did the math, and with the extra ammo for the catalyst for Leviathan Breath, the DPS now matches Xenofade. Wow.
I gotta get the catalyst and see what's up.
That's Void too, with precision. Interesting. And it has a little I think it's an unstoppable.
Yeah, it's unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely, man. It is what it is. We got some fun.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. So yeah, next week, for your guys' heads up, if you are watching or listening as we go, we are going to have Travis back. Travis Northup last time. He is working on the review. McClunky. He's working on the review for IGN, and he's definitely going to get a raid group together. I almost ended up running with him, but I think he jumped on a group with console. I was like, dude, you do not want me on a console team. I'm useless. I would be terrible because my controller skills are trash.
And we not doing them frames until December 8th.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't do that anyway, but yeah, no. So
get your frames together.
Yep, Tie Guy Travis will be coming back, so that'll be an awesome one. Had a blast last time, so that'll be next week, Friday night. That should be an awesome episode because we'll cover post-raid, his review, kind of get a full wrap on everything at that point and see. I'm sitting here just like staring at the calendar is kind of the last thing to wonder what remains. And we've got Uncover the Secrets of Europa through January 12th. That's some time. Trials will start when the day he comes back. So we will see how those adept weapons are. And then after that, the only thing that remains is Iron Banner, The Dawning, and more, which seems to be like the quest for Hawk Moon, the quest for Cloud Strike. Like all those actually seem to be quests, which is cool. So there's a little more to those. We'll have to see how that all turns out. But overall, lots to discuss then. But for now, I think that's mostly all we got. So if you got anything coming up for your world, and then we'll wrap this thing up because it's been a long night. But you guys have been amazing.
Yeah, shout out to everybody rocking. Yeah, man, Iron Lord Podcast every Sunday, the Lord's Day. Just keep it low. We got somebody from the statue community from Darth Castle X, DC Open Mic. This guy's really just trying to merge the communities, which is like comics, statues, video games, all this stuff. It all intertwines, man. He's a big person in the community. So check him out. We'll be doing that. We'll touch on his video game history as well as talk about all the latest stuff that's going on. We may even do a special. We may do an award, a game award special, which is kind of tradition that we do on our Lord Podcast. Whenever the game award nominees are announced, we will, amongst all the lords, pick who we think will win that category. Then once the awards happen, the show after will tally up. And then you'll crown your lord, who's the person that's winning. You already know I got like 6 Ghost of Tsushima nominations.
What's your game of the year?
It's Ghost.
What's your game of the year?
It's Ghost.
It's Ghost. I honestly think it's mine too.
Yeah, it's mine.
Because I was honestly debating between. I didn't play Doom.
Right.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm waiting. I've heard good things, but
yes,
I honestly thought it was going to be harder for me between Last of Us 2 and Ghost.
Yeah.
Because Last of Us 2 was a hell of a journey, and I got done. I was like, that's a game I'm not going to forget.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost.
And you did both. For you to say that's big. Because you've done both. I've not finished Last of Us 2.
You didn't finish Last of Us?
Oh, God. I was saving it for PS5.
Last of Us is it's a journey, and it's one that I won't forget. But Ghost for a game, especially, and then the fact that Legends came later.
Yes.
No, that is a complete video game package for everything you'd ever want. I think that's mine. I think that has to be mine.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys think Miles Morales? It was nominated for something, but it wasn't in Game of the Year category.
Oh man, I can't wait to play that though. I've heard so many good things.
Yeah, so we got that. So yeah, come check us out Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, Iron Lord Podcast. You already know, and also you can catch it on Twitch if you are not on YouTube. And then obviously lordsofgaming.net. Salute. All the support. We really appreciate it. A lot of cool articles. A lot of cool guides. If you guys are playing Demon Souls, you guys are playing Miles Morales, go to lordsofgaming.net. We got some cool walkthroughs, some cool stuff in there. Check that out. And shout out to my man. He said Last of Us has story, but Ghost has style, baby. You already know. Jin Sakai in the building, ninjas, cherry blossoms on deck. You already know. But man, check this out. And then obviously, it's the last word. Salute, man. Love what we're doing. Love to see the support. Seeing guys like Sky comfortable to come on, have a good time. We wouldn't be here without you guys, man. So salute to you guys for showing the support, and appreciate it, man. What you got?
For me, I'm still trying to make sure my streams get better, so I will be working on that. My internet connection should be better now, so if I can resolve what is going on, my speeds should be solid. But now I just got to figure, because they came out and tested everything. All's good, speed's faster, but I just got to see what's up. So I'll be working on that one. I still want to play. Godfall has gotten got a 6 on IGN, and you see it in different places. There's some fun to be said about the combat, but then when you get to the end game, people are saying it's not so much, and that's why honestly something like Outriders still has me even more intrigued, which is good. But for me, Demon Souls is my next one. When I get a breather time between Destiny and I kind of get to a decent point in Godfall, you guys know I'm going to be playing Demon Souls, so stay tuned on Twitch. Also, watch my Twitter as well, because I will be, once I figure out all this streaming stuff, I will be experimenting streaming on YouTube as well, just to test the waters and see. Maybe one works better than the other. We'll just honestly have to find out. But for me, it's honestly just having fun in hack and slash combat between shooting, because shooting's fun, but Godfall and Demon Souls, while Godfall may not be as good for some people and stuff, if I just have fun in combat, it's hard for me to go wrong.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
But yeah, we were trying to figure out where we are going to go raid for tonight once we wrap this thing up. You guys feeling like the man of the vibes?
Let's get the vibes.
Vibe, man. We got to get Amaze in here. So we're going to go over, shout out to that man. If you go follow him on Twitter and just wake up to that man's tweets. Seriously, guys, he is fantastic. So
great dude.
This has been amazing. Thank you guys for an ultra long episode. Cognito for staying awake for this one, but your sleep schedule is going to go back to hell next week, I'm sure.
On day, so this actually worked fine for me. Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much for episode 128. Can't believe we keep getting that high. November 19th. Thank you guys very much. The guest was amazing. You guys are awesome. Have an awesome one. We'll see you guys if we're rating for this episode. It has been The last word.